sit and watch you, and you don't even see. Sometimes I want to say these words, burning inside me. Hey, and welcome. It's day number 1 of our 14-day challenge, Your Story, Your Life, where you discover that the story that you tell becomes the life that you live. I'm SusanJoy Grieco, coach, speaker, and seminar leader, and I am delighted and honored to be your guide in this journey. The first thing I want to do is congratulate you for your courage and your ability to hear and heed your instincts. The ability to hear and heed your instinct will serve you not just for this 14-day period, but for the days and weeks and months ahead. And what was it that you sensed? You sensed the opportunity to satisfy a deep human need, to be heard and understood. And that is the magic of story. Whether you're telling a story or whether you're listening to a story, being heard and understood is embodied in that moment. So congratulations for this courageous, instinctive moment. So I bet you're wondering, how is this going to work? How is this going to unfold? Well, first of all, you're going to be receiving an email every day to remind you to come and visit the site. So, make sure to do that. Come and visit with us every day. But in terms of the broader contest, what you can expect from me is first, a gentle re-immersion. I mean, let's face it, many of us have not been very creative or storytelling oriented for decades. So my work is going to be first to have fun, finding interesting ways to tickle you into your storytelling self. And you're going to be surprised and delighted by some of the angles we come in on. So, okay, let's just take a look at the broad perspective of our situation here. Many of us grew up in an age where storytelling was just not valued at all. Many of us we can remember a time we were out in the woods and playing and being creative, and then at some point, maybe when we went to school, all that was done. We were told to be logical, to stand in line, to conform, to follow the groove, not to be so much. And that was an age where data and logic and criticism was so valued. Thank God, we have now come into a new era where the expert artisan is valued, where the right brain and the left brain engage, and most of all, being able to be spontaneous and creative and a storyteller. Oh, that is king and queen in the world. Brings us all here today, the very unusual age that we're living in, where some of us grew up in that era and some of us were the children of those who grew up in that era. And now we're going into this wonderful age of spontaneity. Tactically speaking, the first tool I want to give you, the most important tool, is something I created from my own experience. I call it my solution framework, and it's called the 3 C's. The 3 C's are create, connect, and contribute. So what we're going to be doing is creating, connecting, and contributing over the period of the 14 days. The first segment, we're going to focus on rediscovering who you are as a storyteller, and that means creating that person, creating the evidence to support that person, and then actually doing it so that we create a reality for you. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to look for ways to connect with the facts about story, connect with your essence as a storyteller, and begin to connect with your actual story. And finally, we're going to be exploring contributing, and that's going to come in a whole bunch of ways. Contributing is going to be the writing and the sharing of your story for sure, but more importantly, it's going to be about you being out there and shining the essence of your story. Create, connect, and contribute. Now, there's one other C word that's really important at this point, and that word is commitment. Because if you don't make a commitment to yourself, none of this will come true. Make the commitment to yourself to show up every day. I promise you, it's going to be most days 5 to 10 minutes. You can do that. If you knew the power that you were tapping into, you would fall over yourself to be present for this every day. So make that commitment to yourself. I'm going to make sure to open that email and come to this site and sit down and do the work. Make that commitment to yourself. Make that commitment to me, because I'm here to guide you and support you, and make that commitment to your community. Consider how you can transform those around you when you make that commitment. Now, I realize, because I'm about to give you some homework now and wrap up. On the homework category, I realize many of you are, by nature, quick starters. So for those of you who are quick starters, you know, the people who won't go to the manual and won't do it the slow way, you guys can start right away by getting yourselves a notebook or using your device and beginning to write your story. Just start right away. You're quick starters, go for it. But I ask you and I urge you to please show up for all of these segments, because you will get so much out of this and you want to participate with the community. So satisfy your quick starter need by doing the story, but do the homework with us. I invite you to do that. Now, for the rest of us, your homework tonight is simple. 2 questions. The first question is, just because I'm curious, why are you here? Why are you here? Get your notebook and write that down. Number 2, we're going to do a little litmus test here. We're going to make a list of the most important aspects of your body. For example, money, body, relationship, career, home, mind, whatever categories are important to you. And when you feel like you've got, a high level of those categories, I would like you to rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being absolutely you're satisfied, and 1 being this really sucks for you. And then rank those categories. Now this is going to be really cool because we're going to come back to this at the end of the program, and it's going to be really awesome for you to see the transformation that's taking place. So that's your homework. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We're going to have an awesome time. I'll see you tomorrow.